All right, welcome to Chart Monkeys. This is your official CyberKong's weekly show, coming to you live right now on YouTube at Chart Monkey. God damn it, whatever. Chart Monkeys, fitting. Twitch.tv/Chart Monkeys. But give us a follow over on X. It's CyberKong's over on that side. Henry, I just got your message. It's what is that? Our 5-year anniversary for what? Discord friends?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense though, because like you joined in 17, I joined in 18. So I don't know why it's given a 5-year anniversary.
First time we like friended officially though, or whatever.
Oh, maybe that's it. Yeah, maybe that's it.
All right. I dig it. Dude. Wild week. Every week it's a wild week. It's probably even a stupid thing to say, but every week just gets, you know what it is? We don't ever have weeks that throttles back and there's nothing happening. It's like every week is an escalation somewhere. It's like, in the market or World War III escalations. Like I just can't even imagine if we keep up this pace for the year. Like where do we end up, in the summer? What does it look like? And by the end of the year, like what is the world going to look like at that point, man?
I don't know. I know you don't get out of the basement much. I know you do get out, but
not much.
Just a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago, I was paying $2.59 a gallon for gas. And last night when I filled up, same gas station, $3.19 a gallon.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, 60 cents, not the end of the world, right? But you're just like, there's, shit like that's going to start affecting people, not to even be like going down the war path, but like, I was talking with Sven earlier. He had said, like, do Americans like buy this bullshit, to a certain degree, and I said, it's funny. And I don't know how it is by you, but nobody's really talking, like nobody really talks about it. I've not had anyone really discuss it, but if I have discussed it with someone, I've not heard anybody be like, but this is what we need to do.
Right.
Everybody is kind of like, we have no idea what the hell's going on. And it all seems kind of pointless.
Yeah. I don't know if that's by design now, but we're like, I think we're officially so desensitized to crazy stuff that it's like, oh, it's just another crazy thing. And then there's going to be another crazy thing. And like why pay it any mind now, which is scary as hell, dude. Cause like to that point, my wife hasn't mentioned it once.
Yeah.
People I know, nobody is talking about it. It's a weird thing, dude. I don't.
Until it happens here, like until we have something that happens here, even the little things that did happen, the Austin shooting, the, whatever, the nail bomb or whatever in New York City.
The airplane thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah. The airplane thing. Yep. They're not big enough for it to really be something where like life goes on and it feels so far away, the shit that's happening there, which is probably terrible in a lot of ways. One of the things like Homeless and I were talking yesterday, it's like, if the idea is you're trying to like remove a leader and liberate the people, then why are we, like bombing refineries that are raining down oil, acid rain, taking out infrastructure, desalination plants, things like that people need. But you've said this before, it's not a novel idea. I think a lot of it's just a distraction. I can't help but think that the Epstein stuff is so big that like, whatever, we don't care. Like the Epstein stuff is so big. I did see Survivors yesterday. I don't know if you caught that, like Survivors were coming out and they're like, we're going to release a list.
Oh, no shit. No, I didn't see.
We're not waiting for the government to release it. Like, we're going to release the list. We know who was there. We know what they were doing. And dude, what's so crazy is the timeline and the news cycle moves so quick. I don't even think that matters. I don't even think that matters.
It won't matter. Nothing matters anymore. It's a damn shame, but
nothing
matters. Yeah, here we are. We do this thing regardless. I was wondering, like, how does something this big affect the market, which the market was like hanging on by a thread anyways. It felt like it, right? I mean, officially bear market, right? And deep in it. And it's like, some people thought we were, you either think we were the bottom of the market sometime in the fall. And there's the school of thought that we might be out of it sooner than that too. But it's like, how does this change anything? And I don't know. I've been trying to get a sense of this market this week more than ever. And I've said this probably a few times in the past year, more than ever, I have no feel for the market. I have no feel for it. I have no feel for the industry and where I think it'll be in a year or two. I have no feel for the people and who's going to be around here in a year or two. It's the weirdest thing. There's people I know Well, I imagine you're all seeing this too. Crypto Twitter dead. I bet some of your friends that are hardcore crypto guys and NFT guys are gone in a way that they never were before. A good example, Cats Fanatic, right? Our buddy Cats. He's done. He's done. As in, he'll check.
Wait, Cats is done.
Cats is done. That's
wow.
matter the market. He's still here because he loves it. Now he's like, what's the point? He's like, I'm just going to go, and he's using like what he's learned for AI, and he's building stuff like Web 2 stuff. He's he's like, I'm not even paying attention now. I'm not even gonna, I'm not tweeting about shit. I'm not following projects. He's like, I'm done. I'm like, that's a sign of something. People are done.
You ever go to the casino, of course, like, you go to the casino and you've got the people that are there to like, it's entertainment for the night, right? So you've got those people, you've got the players who are regulars at their, local casino, they're playing cards or whatever they're doing. And then usually in like the slot area, you find the old grungy fucking smokers, you know what I mean? And they're just all day long. They got their tickets, their feet in the machine. It never ends. And that's us.
That's us.
We're not here for the night of entertainment. We are not the guys. We're not the sharps that are there that like get let into the VIP area to play at the high stakes tables. We are those people. We're at the slots and we're weathered. Our skin is leather. And you know what?
We're disgusting, man.
It's what it is. And it's fine because we obviously love this place. We love to torture ourselves a bit, but like, damn it, we will not miss the next opportunity to make $40 in crypto.
No.
So we're here. And the thing is, even though I shit talk a lot of Web3 and like what people think this is, in the end, like we're still here. We're early. No, but like we're here for the next thing, right? We're here for like when people do come back. And when people do come back, which is typically going to be our exit liquidity, we will be the people who are in position, hopefully, to make some profit. So,
dude,
I think it's fine. I think if you're here now, you are on maybe like the 20th mile of the marathon, maybe the 16th. Don't quit. Don't give up yet.
What's at this point, why drop off? Why quit now?
You can't. You can't.
But for what it's worth, I think it is early still. I still do. I still believe, whatever. We'll talk NFTs in a bit. I still fucking believe, man.
Yeah. And I was like happy to like check Bitcoin. It's funny when Bitcoin's pumping, you're checking it 12 times, 15, 20, 30 times a day. I might check it once a day right now because it doesn't matter. But I was happy to see it was over, 70K. I'm like, okay.
Outperforming gold since the war started. So Bitcoin doing something interesting. I check it so much less. In fact, the past few days, I'm not even checking it once a day. I don't know if you know this, dude. I don't do my daily show anymore. So like, this is my stream. This is like my thing now.
Because I was kind of looking for your stream to like try to get titles for this stream. Which by the way, we're not talking Pudgy World like in depth. We'll talk Pudgy World, but I just
fucking cool.
It. It's not cool, but we'll talk about it.
We'll talk. I think it's cool. But
all of that to say, I was looking for your show. I couldn't find it.
Yeah. So last Wednesday was the last like official, daily morning show stream, whatever. And just trying to do kind of content that I'm having like wicked fun with. But like this stream's now extra special to me too, just because it's the one place I get to do the thing. But then I get to actually look at the market and see the stuff. I do love it. I do fucking love it. So yeah, it peaked also. I'm like 70s respectable. I think we got up to like 74 like last week. Last week we were cooking a minute and I'm like, boy, do I trust it? Do I not? It's good to not trust it. But ETH over 2K makes me happy. The rest of them, I don't care much. Like BNB, I always check. Ripple, I check. Solana, I check. It's Bitcoin and ETH are the only two to me that are, it's how I measure the rest of the market.
As quick as we fell, we can rise. I do know that much. I don't know all the inner workings of why we drop and why people lose conviction. It's an emotional market. Obviously, things like wars don't usually help. But in the end, I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not even going to try to figure it out anymore. I'm just going to be here for the next thing. It's
impossible. It's impossible. By the way, Atari, when we get to death and taxes, I don't know if you're still in, but there was a little something tweeted today that I think all of a sudden made death and taxes really interesting, like really interesting for anybody who's still in it. We'll get to that, but like stick around for NFT talk. Sailor still buying Bitcoin. He bought, I think, almost 1.5 billion worth this week. He had a buy Sunday, right? They announce, or Monday morning he announces it, but I think he had another buy yesterday with some type of funds they raised. So another Bitcoin buy yesterday. Dude's going ham. He can't have enough Bitcoin.
Yeah,
A
it's
bill and a
wild how
half,
much he
dude.
has.
Absolutely wild. Talk of recession. I heard FOMO Hour, the guys talking about it too. It's just a lot of fears about that. And so the chance of recession on poly markets jumped up to 30%. 30%. Um, you know, I don't know why, but I'm somehow, some way still like really optimistic this year that Trump crimes it, like really crimes it, that like some of the AI plays really play out. But
I'm
it's probably hopium.
I'm kind of convinced that he doesn't know what he's doing. And I hope I'm wrong on that. I don't care who's in. I just want things to be good for, everybody. But like, I'm kind of at this point where I'm like, I don't know that he knows what he's doing with the people that he's putting in the positions that he's putting them in, with the things that he's doing and the way that he's doing them. I'm just like, man, I just think we're in for, 3 more years of just wild shit.
Boy, 3 fucking years of this.
It's a
I give
long time.
long time, long time. Binance is suing the Wall Street Journal over a story they released today. I think it had to do. I think they were suing over a story about like Iran laundering funds through Binance. I think was the story. I think that's the story, and like the Department of Justice also looking into it, but I don't know. Iran wants to manipulate the price. So, all this stuff just to kind of give some color to where we're at, and still there's things coming, man. Still, the institutional money and platforms are coming this year. We still have X that's going to launch their money app, and that's next month. So we're weeks away from just more people getting easier exposure to investment opportunities, stocks, but also crypto here. So things to be watching out for. There's a lot going on still, and I think reasons to be optimistic.
Is that
We'll see.
Dexter?
Dexter, buddy. Yeah, fun week yet again in Dexter. Dexter just keeps working. It is the best strategy token. It works. Take us through what happened this week, just all the updates, what target, what projects were targeted, but also you hit the 30% of the supply burn, which is just a massive number, dude. A third of the supply just basically poof.
Yeah. Go to my post that I posted maybe like an hour ago, if you could, if you'd be willing to.
I think I got it. Is it that?
That's that. Yeah. So, Death Star's fucking awesome. If you are in crypto and you're just not sure what to do, where to go, where to look, I am more bullish on cyberkongs than I've ever been. And you know me, like I'm not a huge shill. I'm not like I talk about kongs. I try to be realistic about kongs and Web3. But more and more, I'm kind of certain that like what we have is what people need. And it still will take some time to get the message out there. But what I mean by that is like, you're looking for a place to try to be your home where you can get good info and be exposed to cool shit to try to make money, right? That's what most people are trying to do. If you're collecting just to collect, if you are just a rich person, what I'm saying is not for you. But most of us aren't. We're trying to grind to the point of like, hey, we made it, right? Deathster, I think, is a perfect example of the kind of things that cyberkongs do. So by every metric of a strategy token, with the exception of how many NFTs have been sold, because GVC still holds that title. I think they've sold around 971 or so NFTs. We're at like 930 or somewhere around there. And yeah, let's see. Where are we at?
949. Damn.
949. I imagine this week we will surpass GVC in total NFT sold. By the way, I realize somebody can say, yeah, but NFT sold for 170 ETH is not the same as GVC, which is probably done. I'm going to tell you, so I'm at least accurate on this. GVC has sold 972 for 840 ETH. And I do want to talk GVC afterwards.
Yep.
But by every metric, with the exception of that one, how much ETH has been burned or has been injected into the chart, we're killing it, right? We've got 30% of the supply burned. We have a flywheel that literally works no matter what. So what happened this week? We targeted quite a few collections. We're on OPEPin right now. I messaged with Jack Butcher yesterday.
What's he think?
He's a Kong. I sent him a Genesis Kong last summer. And I just said, like, I sent him the post and I just said, hey, dude, just want to let you know, we're not shit talking the collection because I don't know how like in tune he is with everything. I said, we have a lot of people that genuinely like your art. We have art collectors in Kongs. So no hate. And he's like, no, I love it. I think what you're doing is awesome. And he was very familiar with Deathster. So that was just cool to get like I'm not saying a seal of approval, but I just mean cool that he knows like there's no hate involved in this. So,
dude, have you ever told the story of Butcher like with SEC stuff? I don't know, even know if you can, like with Kongs.
no, and I don't know if I would, just because I just feel like I don't know. It's kind of a personal. I don't know.
It didn't get far,
It
like
didn't get far. What I can say about Jack Butcher is he is a supporter of the space, right? And when we did our SEC stuff, I had approached Jack, who I've met. Like I met him in Nashville, I think it was. Went to his little race car event that he had, and I've been a fan. Like I own some of his art. A lot of us do. Long story short, asked if he would be willing to do a like an art collaboration with us, and he wanted to. There were just some reasons why like he couldn't. I mean, you're asking someone to like get involved to some degree when you're in the middle of a federal investigation. And you know what? He was supportive. He wasn't like, no, dude, I can't do that. He genuinely put thought into it, and it was just something like, understandably something like he just needed to kind of like worry about himself, if that makes sense. But
well, it was cool because when you got the comment of the space didn't support, he was one of the guys that did support and actually tried to and considered having a way to really support, which is badass. Like Jack Butcher is awesome.
Cannot throw even an iota of hate over his way. So we targeted OPEPin. Last week we introduced ERC20. So we did Bitcoin, wrapped Bitcoin, I should say. We did wrapped Bitcoin, USDC, and we did Punkster.
I love, by the way, seeing virtuals on the list to even vote for. I got excited. I sent that to Big Will. I'm like, dude, Will, I mean, like we can get the virtuals guys behind it and get a vote in and be cool.
Next season, we're going to roll ERC20s again because ERC20s are like the most efficient burn for Deathster because you're not worried about offers being lower, marketplace fees, etc. So next round, we'll also have some ERC20s. Maybe we'll talk about what's going to be on the list here in just a little bit.
Well, how do people like that, the ERC20s?
Yeah, they like them. I mean, it's like the cleanest 30% ARB you can make, right? I mean, and people were just happy to be able to get Bitcoin 30% under what it is right now.
Dude, more than any other season, I was locked in every sale. I'm like, I really want to hit one of these. Both Bitcoin cheap would be awesome, but also the USDC. When that was targeted, I'm like, dude, come on. Yeah, I need it.
Right, like, yes. I got some Punkster. I got an OPEPin yesterday. I missed 2 or 3 while I was sleeping. What up, Sven? Anybody who doesn't know Sven,
smart man.
Sven's our lead dev. Awesome dude, grinding his fucking ass. I mean, when I say grinding his ass off behind the scenes, Sven he hates me right now. I'm happy he even stopped by. He absolutely hates me right now, but that's okay. So we targeted ERC20s, super clean burn for Deathster. And then what was really funny is, I think it was Monday, Digital Oil, who's the biggest holder of Deathster, who I actually like. I like the dude. I got nothing. Dude, I've said it before. Respect for what he's done. Digital Oil put a post in Kongs on Monday, maybe 2 hours before the unlocks happened, before you could unlock, your votes. And he basically said something that I didn't interpret the way everybody else interpreted. He's like, something like, I think the chart will nuke at the next unlock and you'll finally get the free price you've all been waiting for. Okay. I didn't take that as Digital Oil was one clipping his way out because I don't think that he's a dummy. He's got big bags and it's in his best interest, let's say, until it's not. It's in his best interest to see this thing be successful. Success for Deathster is success for him. And he plays the game, so I don't think he's looking to like one clip and lose half his bag to slippage. So he says this. It starts getting interpreted that he's going to exit. What happens? Everybody tries to front run the exit. And
this right here.
Yeah, that
right there.
Move
right there is everybody getting spooked.
Kind of hilarious. But the cool thing about Deathster is like, no matter what you're doing, the buy or the sell, you're getting volume. I mean, we right now in the last 24 hours have over 60,000. Scroll up real quick. I just want to make sure I'm right because this was, accurate as of, maybe a half hour ago. Scroll up on the Deathster page to the top. I just want all the way to the top. I want to see. Okay, 56. Is that what that number says in volume?
Volume, yeah. 55, 56.
Yeah. Token Works, their entire ecosystem, every single thing they have, ERC20s, recursive, NFTs, when I had checked it was $14.5 thousand in total volume in 24 hours. So an entire ecosystem doing 15K. Caveat, there is trading of Punkster in a side pool. So like that's not aggregated in their number. But up or down, Deathster gets volume, Deathster still gives opportunities. So yeah, like we're hovering and whatever. I use the market cap including burn because that's the market cap that's always been in my head. We're at like 1.36, but we're I think sub 1 million, not including the burn. And we're just at this point where it's like, okay, we've done ERC20s, we've done NFTs, we've got the raffle system. There are things that people are looking for like, you know, the biggest complaint, which is sort of it's not a weird complaint, but it's like, oh, I can't win. I have no chance against the whales. Couple things. One, Whirly Girl won the other day with 6 tickets, okay? And somebody can say, well, that's great. 1 out of 900. That's not the only time somebody's won with few tickets. But stop thinking of this as those whales are eating up, you know, all of the raffle opportunities. Think of all of those tickets that the whales have as just other individuals that all each own one. If Digital Oil has, you know, 3,500 tickets in the raffle, just think of it as 3,500 people have that ticket. It's not you. In the end, that's all that matters. What do you have compared to what everybody else has? So the fact that small people aren't winning often, well, you wouldn't win. Even if all of the bags of the heavy holders were distributed to individuals, your chances are exactly the same. If you have 2 tickets out of 13,000, 6 tickets out of 13,000, what do you really care if those other 13 or 12,998 tickets are held by one person or by 12,000 people? It's sort of a thing that's a bit weird to me because it's as fair of a system as you can have. 1 raffle ticket equals 1 raffle ticket. If somebody has multiple, they have multiple, right? That's what they decided to put into the protocol. So yes, he does win a lot because he owns a lot of tokens, but he doesn't win every time. Small holders do win. That being said, one of the things that we're working on, and I've chatted about it in Kongs, and I've maybe said it on some spaces, is the idea of pools. And the pools basically would allow you, if this works, I'm not saying like with 100% certainty we're rolling this out. It is something we're working on. But if you have pools, somebody with a certain amount of Deathster can open a pool. You can join their pool, right? Yeah, Sven, not too bad. Not too bad. Sorry, I just saw him in the comments here. Somebody could join your pool. And let's say that you had, I'm making up this number for easy stuff. You had 100 raffle tickets in your pool, right? So that's whatever that comes out to be, 3 million Deathster or whatever that amount is. If you join that pool with 1 ticket worth of Deathster, then if that pool wins, you would proportionally get, 1%. If you owned 1 out of 100, you own 1% of that pool, you would join in on 1% of the rewards that pool gets in the season. So what does that do for somebody with a small bag? A couple things. One, if you are in a pool, you don't need to pay attention the same way. You don't need to like unlock and lock and vote and do all this stuff when you start to feel like, well, I don't really have a chance, so I don't want to do it. Saddle up to a pool, and then you would just be able to get your, if you want to call it your yield, if that pool wins, when you want to get your yield when that pool wins, end of the season, or you let it ride for a handful of seasons. But you, as a smaller person, can take part in a pool that lets you kind of join forces together and share in the rewards of that pool. So I think the pool idea is actually going to be awesome for Deathster because for somebody who doesn't want to pay attention, they don't want to have to look at Discord to see when is the next raffle. They can just passively just kind of, have their Deathster staked into a pool. And they don't need to worry about it. And as a pool commander, the person who runs that pool, you can set what type of percentage you get as the person who runs the pool. So like, hey, I'm running the pool. I'm going to set my commission to some percentage. Is it 2%? Is it 5%? Digital Oil's pool right now is like 30%. So I think it gamifies it a little bit more. I think it gives more opportunities for small people to take part in it and not have to pay attention. So I think that's going to be a really fun mechanic. And I have no illusions that launching pools is all of a sudden going to make Deathster, a 50 mil market cap token. what I think is that as we continue to build this out and refine it, when people come back and people start taking part in these ecosystems, like for instance, TokenWorks has more reach than we do, right? They just do. They have more holders. Adam's got a bigger microphone. And so as those ecosystems heat up, and I think they will when the bull comes back or when NFTs heat up, it would be a no-brainer for people to not just be looking at TokenWorks strategies, but to look at like, oh, Deathster, like this thing is a thing that you can not just speculate on the token, you may be able to get some ARB opportunities from it. And if you're a little person, small ticket amount that feels like you can't win right now, you at least have a bigger opportunity in the pools to do that. So I think this really sets Deathster up to be this like awesome, efficient sort of DeFi mechanic when people start coming back and revisiting these things. Sorry, that was a rant.
It's a good rant. I saw people compare it to like a Bitcoin mining pool, which is perfect. I love it. I'll join someone's pool. I'm gonna look for the most competitive pool. I'll join there, get to, play. I'll miss watching for the solo win, right? I'll miss that. To me, that's fun. But
you can still do that. That's the awesome thing is like you do not need to join a pool. Your odds are exactly the same whether you're going out at it individually or if you're joining a pool. If you have 5 tickets worth, 10, whatever quantity of tickets you have, it's the same whether you decide I'm going to go at it alone for that opportunity, the 5 out of 13,000 chance, or you join a pool because you're like, you know what? I don't mind collecting dust over a few seasons. And then maybe eventually that dust is something that accumulates to something, bigger than dust after, a week or 2 or 3. So I think there's some gamification within the pools. It should be able to be that the pool captain or pool commander can control how much stake do they want in their pool. Maybe you don't want to have half of the supply in your pool because it waters it down. Maybe you're like, I only want to be able to have a 100 mil Deathster locked up or 50 mil. So like my pool is smaller, but the rewards are going to be bigger because there's less people, less tickets in the pool. So yeah, I'm excited for it. I think it's something that will work. But also, do you know one of the things we struggle with is volume, because 30% of the supply is burned, 40+% is locked up every season. And there's a lot of people that are just holding. There's so many people that are just holding this because they're like, oh, it works. Like it provably works, but it works just like other strategy tokens when there's volume. So if there's not volume, and even right now, I would consider 50K volume to be low. If there's not volume, then you get what we've had so far, which is what the chart shows. Yeah. One last thing. The good thing about like what Digital Oil did the other day and what we're seeing with larger, like somebody, I think one clipped 10 mil last night. And I was like, let's fucking go. I missed out on 2 or 3 raffles while I was sleeping. But I'm like, the more these people exit, more ARB opportunities for existing holders, and a better entry for somebody who was looking for, somewhere to get in the sub 1 mil market cap range. So I look at it like, okay, this thing is still intact. It works. We'll keep refining it. And I think one day we're going to look at this thing and be like, man, this thing is fucking awesome.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. Fuck, man. There's going to be people that are looking for their entry. I'm one of them. Like, I'm one of them. And better believe there's a whole bunch of me's out there, too. There just are. Like, I sold mine. I sold the rest of my Deathster before this. I was doing some thinking, right? And I'm trying to, like, max preserve right now. It's just my game in this market. And I'm like, probably right around here. I sold at 1.5 mil. And I was thinking back to something Sammy said maybe like 2-ish weeks ago. He's like, how did he word it? It's not exact, but he said, I've only lost on strategy tokens. And I'm like, it's a whole conversation. I'm like, well, you're mostly going to lose on anything right now. It's like, zoom out. Are there more people coming in anything right now? Or are there more people leaving? And I'm like, everyone's leaving. They're leaving X. They're leaving, caring about watching stuff. And I'm like, and I don't see that changing a ton. Like now, I don't see it in a month. I just don't see that. So I'm like, I don't think in a lot of these things, there's a ton of upside in the near future. And I was thinking about that. I'm like, well, let me at least break even. I broke even with it, right? I had a half an ETH worth. I sold for 0.51, 0.52, maybe, right? So happy with that. Got a couple raffle wins in there. But when I sold it, it's not, okay, I'm out, I'm done. It's like, I did it because I thought we'd be kind of grinding down like we are now. And I'm like, I can't wait because I'm definitely getting back in with that full half in ETH. I'm definitely going to get back in because I just know how this is going to play and how it's going to bounce and how the upside will have. And especially when things pick back up, boy, I got like, my predictions of where this is going is like top strategy coin, like literally top strategy coin. So
It is. You said at the beginning of the stream, like, the algorithm, like X is dead, right? And I don't know if it's just that X is dead, but also the algorithm feels cooked.
Dude, I saw a FOMO Hour show, a tweet for it that had 2 likes on it. I saw a virtual spaces that at one point had like 10 people listening live. Like it's dead out there.
The biggest question people have, and obviously like where I engage with people is inside the Kongs Discord. People are always like, well, like, Henry, how do we get more attention? How do we get more holders? How do we get, and I'm like, dude, if we had the answer, make no mistake, I know I'm kind of dumb in some ways, but like, if I knew the answer for that, make no mistake, it would be the number one thing that I'd be trying to do. The hard part is reach is difficult. Attention is difficult. It's not the easiest time and not the easiest space to bring people in to speculate on something highly speculative, especially when I think a lot of the narrative, I don't want to say got lost. Strategy tokens, people were just like fine riding the flywheel. We took that flywheel and we added an ARB opportunity, like just an additional benefit for holders. And I think people miss the fact that, like, yeah, by the way, you can still just ride this thing. Tokens, ARB opportunities aside, how many tickets you have aside, you can just ride this thing as long as you want to. The ARB is just a bonus. So I think the pools will help with that a bit, but yeah, we're trying to crack the code on bringing more eyes to it. But man, everybody struggles with that right now.
Big time. Any other Death Star updates coming like this week?
Nope. I think the next update you'll see. So the next round of ERC20s is, the next round of voting that opens in 2 hours is ERC20s. I believe Death Star is on the list of that, which I think will be cool. Like, what's fun about this is like, we are good trying anything. So like playing it out in my head, I'm like, okay, Death Star being on it brings some volume when Death Star, when you're buying. And people have one of 2 options. Like they either like hold it because they're getting it at a discount, or they sell it for effectively, I guess, with Death Star because it's buying from the pool. I guess you'd end up with like a 10% ARB.
Right. Okay. This is 10% on the buy, 10% on the sell.
Yeah. So it's like you're buying it at like, okay, so we buy it. I think we get taxed. It gets sold. I'm pretty sure like you end up with 10%. Well, I mean, you end up with 20%, but then you end up with 10% if you're selling it. So it could be a good hold ARB if somebody wants to just like hold it. But we'll see. And the cool thing is whatever we do only lasts 36 hours. So if we're like, that was completely retarded, why did we do that? Then cool, 36 hours, we change it.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the most fun things about it is we're just kind of willing to try anything with it. And I think the community kind of understands that. So yeah, I think update wise,
badass.
That's the next kind of big update is to, if we're successful with there's a lot of, like Sven's a smart guy and we could have already launched this thing, I'm sure, but he's trying to like think of all the edge cases of what happens when you have pools and how does this do that. And so, it's going to take a little bit of time, but I don't even want to say soon, but soonish.
It's ready when it's ready, and it's going to be awesome when it's ready. I know that for sure. I love the Mooncats this past week. Favorites, I'm going to rank them Bitcoin coolest, Mooncats, then USDC, and everyone's got their order. But it was a good week for projects that were targeted. I thought it was great.
Can we talk GVC for a second, or do you want to move on to
NFTs? Let's get to it. So GVC is great.
I was talking with on a Spaces the other day with Atari because I was genuinely interested in like the idea of what they did, where they used, I think, royalty money to. No, okay. I think what they did is they had Vibester and they sold Vibester to get the flywheel going to basically tear down a wall between, I don't know if it was between like 0.65 or between 0.7 and 0.9 ETH, give or take. And they were effectively trying to take that massive wall down, which I think they did. They did it by selling their bags of Vibester that the project, I believe, held to get that flywheel going. But then the ETH that they got from selling Vibester, they used to buy their strategy tokens, the actual NFTs. And I had heard FUD about that in Kongs, and that's why I was interested. Like, no, what actually happened? Like, I can't imagine a team like GVC just doing something completely dumb, like, oh, we just sold our bag of Vibester and we got like, whatever, 10 or 100 NFTs to sell, whatever the number is, because that would usually be frowned upon. Once I found out that they used the ETH to then also buy back strategy NFTs, I'm like, okay, yeah, hey, dude, everybody's got to kind of try whatever they can to kind of bootstrap their ecosystem when things are a bit slow out there. I think it worked. I think the market worked against them a little bit. They just kind of got caught in this no man's land that we're in right now. I don't even know what their floor is at the moment. Do you have any idea? I know the other day they were like
back up. It got. I last I saw was like 0.8. So it worked getting that wall out of there. I'm gonna actually peek
they dipped down to like 0.6, and then I saw it at like 0.65. So I'm happy to hear they're back at 0.8. Again, they're one of those communities that's like rooted in a solid collector base. And so, yeah, I thought it was sort of a cool, you know what I like, dude? Even with Frankie's Dinner, it's Frankie's Dinner, not Diner, right?
Think Diner, but I don't know.
I always said Diner, but I feel like there's two N's in it. Even with Frankie's and what they were doing, where they bought the mints at the end, they bought thousands of them when they didn't sell out, and they said they're going to lock them for a year, and 100 will get released every week after that they can use for marketing or auctioning or selling. Which at first, ears go up, and I'm like, whoa, selling? Like you're gonna? Okay, Dinner is correct. Thanks, Gravity. And I'm like, man, that's very against like what teams are allowed to do in Web3. Like you can't sell your tokens. Once you've minted, you can't sell anything. 21 playbook. Point to what I'm saying is I like that teams are doing shit that used to be really taboo. Like you can't sell, like after the mint, you can't sell. And they did say like, we won't floor them. We won't WETH them. I like that teams are going outside of the box to do different stuff, because the thing we were doing in 21, by the way, wasn't working for the majority of projects. So I like that GVC was doing something that might 2 years ago have seemed like you can't do that. That Frankie's Dinner was doing something that seems like you can't do that. Because in the end, all you can do is try, right? Be ethical, try to be moral about it, and that's all you can do. So I kind of like that there's a little bit of a change to how teams are approaching, how they're running their projects.
Yeah. Man, like full fucking throttle with you. Just try shit, experiment. GVC's 1 year anniversary is today, I believe, too.
Is it really?
So, yeah. It's been a year. Wow.
I thought they were a May project. They were March.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did they do like posts on it? Like,
yeah. I don't know if they have any like festivities planned. I know they have a Spaces. I'm pretty sure they got a Spaces coming. Here.
Well, if Atari's here, he'd know. He does some Spaces.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
Nice.
1 year. Here we go. Vibetown just getting started. They have a lot still cooking. I'm pretty sure that they just haven't shown their hand yet. But yeah, it's great.
To me, it is one of the only. I feel like it's the only IP play, and I'm not even sure if that's what you call them. I feel like it's the only IP play that like I have some degree of faith in. For some reason, I'm just like, all this other stuff, and I won't go on a long tangent about it, but I'm like, all this other stuff is just sort of a waste of time, very risky in the possibilities of like whether it's Doodles or Azuki or any of these actually breaking through and doing something. GVC, I feel like because there's nothing that anyone really knows that they're doing with the IP other than like Vibetown, whatever that technically means. I feel like they're one that could actually like that could do something. Could, not will, but could. So
I'm with you, dude, because I think they have a plan and they just not fully revealed it, but they get what hasn't worked and what has worked, to what degree. And I think they're going to do something interesting.
Yeah. Although I still say that stuff won't matter. I really do not think, I think to Atari's point, like if you are catering to high-end art collectors, if that is the play, at least it's a play that like, you could say like Fidenzas and Punks kind of like did that and it works to a degree, maybe Glyphs. But I think that is the route you have to go if that's like sort of the thing. We're just catering to high end collectors, people who are willing to hold bags no matter what they bought it at. So I see a lot of Kongs. I don't mean Kong holders. I see a lot of Kongs in the makeup of GVC and the foundation, because there's a lot of dudes who are willing to deploy capital to support the floor, hold their bags, hold them long term, hoping that in the future like that pays off. So I still got some when I say respect for what they're doing, I still think like, yeah, that could work. Still a long way from knowing though, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of us are here for the long game. I have no idea where the market's at. So peaking for the first time now. Awful week last week. Like awful fucking week.
What's the black line?
Black line is sales.
Okay.
Wait, black line sales? Is that right? Yeah, black line is sales. There we go. I was scrolled over. Yeah, so no, it's not good, dude. 35 mil, 36 mil in sales. This is like deep bear market lows. And then if you believe we're in like a bear market for the year, like how much lower can it get? I just think this is the bottom. You know what I mean? I just think this is where you kind of grind at for kind of forever. Even though there's some action in NFTs. It's very, very bottomy. Not a lot happening. But the stuff that's happening is it's fun. It's still like Normies really hot this week. Like Normies hit a new all-time high, I think. If not, they were really close. They hit I think they did hit 0.07. They're going to flip Del Mundos. They were close. They were like 0.01, not even 0.01 away from flipping Del Mundos. But the Frankie's dinner thing was interesting. Death and Tax is still doing its thing. Like there's fun shit in NFTs, and I missed that. And I like that the people doing it now just do it because they enjoy it. It's like nobody believes you're going to have an NFT worth a quarter ETH even. Nobody believes that right now, but it doesn't matter. People still are buying them and collecting them and trading them and having fun. Just pure like good collecting. So
yeah,
I feel like in a good spot. Magic Eden officially shut down their ETH and Bitcoin marketplaces. It was weird going to the website and you can type in magiceden.us/Bitcoin and it goes to Solana NFTs. It's a weird feel.
Oh, that's so, dude, that used to be my go-to for checking like collections and floor prices. For some reason, I liked the layout of it. Wow.
Yeah.
But no, Bitcoin still shows. No,
does it?
It doesn't. No. I just must have had.
It pulls up, it caches some stuff, but then it shows shows that it's done. And they didn't tweet because they fucked up comms so bad the prior week. So they didn't tweet saying it's officially gone. It's just silence from those guys. And there's, people are kind of not happy about it, that like you still have these open-ended permissions out there, which I don't know if that matters a ton. Maybe it does. And I just don't know, but people are saying all those permissions you gave to Magic Eden are still live. Plus if you made bids on certain things, like those bids are technically still alive. So if somebody did something, they could trigger those buys. Right.
Saw that.
And I also didn't know how the Bitcoin bids worked, where if you bid on something, did it actually take the Bitcoin from your wallet and it held it in this bidding wallet? Because I think it might have, and people don't know how to get it back.
I don't know. I saw something about that on X the other day. I don't know, because I don't bid on anything. I just usually buy it if I'm going to buy it. Yeah, I saw that Berwick Law was. They're like ambulance chasers.
Yeah.
Bad.
That's a good way to put it.
Like, it's just sad. Like, Magic Eden tried to do some stuff. It didn't work, and now they got to pivot. Like, okay, cool. Guess what? If it's such a great opportunity, to be profitable, somebody else will do it.
Yep.
It's that simple.
And we probably won't see it. So probably, it's probably the right decision for these guys. Whatever. I do hope we get ordinals on OpenSea at some point, but we'll see. 5-year anniversary today of Beeple's, what was it, 5,000 every days or whatever it was. It's 69, a historic $69 million sale. Yeah, 5 years ago today. What a crazy thing. I remember that time. I remember we were here and it's like, holy fuck. Deep in the beginning of the whole world's different now. And like the NFT thing's never going away, and it went away. But that was a moment, and it's like all the confusion about who bought it, and then it's like, wait, was that even a real sale? Was that like some fuckery there? And it was it Metacoven?
Yeah, I was just trying to think. It wasn't Justin Sun. I think it may have been.
I think it was Metacoven bought it for this like digital art gallery thing, and so it was kind of a fake sale, but also not. It actually happened, and no matter what, just a part of crypto lore, like history at this point. But happy anniversary. Cool moment.
Great moment. It's surprising to me, like being on that Spaces the other day. It's surprising to me how many people still buy into that mentality that people were in 2021. You know, like you said, like we thought we were on this like real special thing, and I am amazed how many people still buy this. Like, I don't mean buy things. I mean, buy this idea that that thing we believed, it's still going to happen. It's still going to happen just a little further down the road.
Yeah.
It
I
could.
believe it.
It
I
could.
do.
It could. It totally could. But like what I think I care about right now as not a rich person is what's happening right now. Like, great. If that shit happens in the future, amazing. We'll still be here. We didn't miss out. We won't miss out on that thing. But the idea of it, like, of that is what this is about, is it's just beyond. I want to shake people
Awesome.
sometimes.
It's fucking awesome. And it's going to happen. Holy shit. Imagine, just fucking imagine if Wag Me actually happens again. Imagine if we unironically start saying Wag Me again, if things get that good. Just imagine. Oh my God.
It's just, when you look at the psychology of people, not a psychologist, but like when you look at it, for thousands of years, people have been deeply rooted in religion, right? In the dogma and doctrine that of these books that were passed down for thousands of years, right? In these mystical things, right? If it's God, if it's Buddha, whatever, right? And they followed it and they believe it, right? They believe it like the Armageddon's going to happen every other year. Every time Israel does something, like, this is it. It was predicted here. And the thing is, there's a really good chance none of that shit's going to happen, right? But people can believe a narrative for a long time. So I hope it happens. I just don't know that it's going to happen the way that I that narrative in my head is, it just doesn't make any sense anymore. Do you know why? Because like I can't understand why a business doing something, let's say like the IP play, I just do not understand how that thing is going to matter for the collection of whatever, 4K,
it's not that.
8K.
It
not
doesn't,
that, right?
No. I think the scenario where it plays out is the money printers turned on to a ridiculous degree and stimmies are happening because they have to. And I just think it's AI that leads us there. And that everybody just goes and gambles like they did in COVID. But that like amplified. I think it gets silly. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's exactly it. It's literally fueled by UBI. Like if you believe UBI has to happen, some version of that, I'm like, that's just us rerunning the COVID playbook. Everybody's getting free money. And what do people do with the free money? They fucking waste it on stuff and have fun. And I think we see that kind of euphoria again at some point in our lives. I say 5 years because it's just good to have a target, but at some point in our lives, I think that happens again in a silly way.
Can I make one more point before we talk Pudgy World?
Yeah.
Then why is it that people are still preaching that narrative that I was just saying? That thing that you just said, like, yeah, it's not that thing. Why are people
the IP shit?
Why are people still preaching this? Like even if it's long term, right? Even if it's in the future, why are they still preaching it like that thing that they have right now is going to be that thing in 5 years, and that there are people with money that hear it and they're still like, yeah, it could be that thing.
Yeah, because I'm not there with them.
Yeah, is it just that they're not spending enough time in this space to realize that that is not, like, it could be a thing. I just don't see how it's in any way that thing.
No, I think I'm with you there. If they're still around because IP keeps them alive till that point, where then it's like the meme of it all. It's basically the meme coin cycle again, but with NFTs, just like NFTs last time. They were hot because they were meme coins. That's what was driving that hype. So if they make it that far because their IP just keeps them alive long enough, then they could say it's the IP that got them there. But it'll just be a meme coin cycle, just NFTs.
Yeah.
I don't believe in the IP and utility is the value of them, and people are buying for that reason. They'll say it, but that's not the reason. The reason is people greedy and think they make more money on the thing, and you don't need the IP play for that.
Agreed.
We'll see. These guys will be around for it. I'm pretty sure of that. But yeah, the Pudgy Penguins officially launched Pudgy World. I saw the link and I hesitated clicking on it because a year ago is where I lost my little Pudgy clicking on a Pudgy World link. That was so stupid to click on. It was so early in the morning. I didn't even wasn't to go make money on a thing, it was just to connect to the game and try out a beta of it, right? Wasn't real, but this is real. Um, yo, the game's fucking awesome. It's awesome. I love it. I hop in. I have all the traits that I got from scanning my little toys. So I've got like some rare skins. I got some rare hats. I got some rare whatever. It's like, yeah, so what? Yeah. It was just cool. It was just cool to get to equip stuff that gets me looking unique in my way and seeing some like other NFT brands in the game, seeing like I think there's a Moonbird's hat. There's a D-God shirt. There's, that stuff. There's some noggles in there. I love that. I want to see way more of that. But I like that little touch. But no, the thing that got me with it that I'm like, this is good. It's quality too. I love the look of it, but I love just the movement. The thing that got me with it is the movement, the way you walk around and how it feels when you walk around, especially the way it feels when you're walking around and sliding around. It sounds like silly stuff, but if you're a gamer, that silly stuff really matters a lot. That's the stuff where you can feel, this is weird. It's clunky, or these characters feel like tanks. They don't move right, or they feel like they're floaty and there's no like, I don't know, there's no gravity or there's no physics to the game. Like those are things that you touch a thing and you're instantly like, this is trash, right? This game, I'm moving around and sliding. I'm like, the physics are great. It feels really good to play. It's like super fun to just wander around and slide and then run into people. And then for me, one of my favorite things to do in any game is fish. If there's a game like Zelda and side little thing you can do is fish, I'll spend hours and hours and hours and hours just fishing. I don't know what it is about game fishing in games, but I'm obsessed with it. And you're dropped off in the game at a fishing hole. First thing you can do is just fish. And I'll do that fucking forever. I might not play anything in the game. I might just sit in the fishing hole and fish, which is also where you voice chat with people too.
That's cool.
It's really cool.
Voice chat. Yep.
Tropo Farmer was, I don't know his role exactly, but Tropo Farmer, he said this is what he's been working on the past year, building this. So I didn't know he's a dev. I don't know what exactly he did, but Tropo Farmer, very, very hands-on with Pudgy World. And first time I heard that he had any involvement with it, it's quality. It feels great. I think this is, God, it might be the best. I need to put more time in before I like officially lock into this take. I think it's the best Web3 game I've felt.
Okay.
I think it's the best one. I like it more than Other Side. That's not a high bar. I want to love Other Side. It's not shade to Other Side. I really want to love Other Side, and I think it's got potential. But I think this is the best feeling Web3 game I've seen. And I like that style. So to me, the best looking Web3 game too. I thought it was awesome. Awesome.
I think I've not played it. But that's great. I mean, like, again, happy for them. Keep in mind, all of these big companies, Pudgy's, Azuki, Bored Ape Yacht Club, anybody who has raised money from VCs, they have to come out with stuff to show the VCs that they've used their money and that they're doing something to be able to go back to them to get more money in the future. I firmly believe that.
Atari, well, that's a good question. Can you catch anything rare in the game with monetary value? I look, I'm thinking so, and I don't know for sure. There's definitely things you can get that are rare. Can you swap them anywhere? That I don't know, but like knowing that they're so like they get this space, dude. I wonder if they have that kind of stuff hidden in there, unless it's already out and they've explained it, right? That there's rare shit you can sell.
Yeah.
If they haven't sold it, I'm like, I still bet there's some of that stuff hidden in the game. At the very least, you can get stuff in the game that's rare that you could also buy like a rare egg and pay actual dollars for to get, or you can find it in the game just by luck. And I again, love that stuff. If you can flip shit, better.
I hope it works monetarily for people. Because Web3 gaming not even just in general, Web3 gaming is cooked. No one cares. And so like, if it works, it's because people can make money. If you're a grown ass adult and you're playing Pudgy World, not because you can make money, but because it's fun, then you're rich as fuck. GG's. So I just look at it like, yeah, awesome. If you can make money on it, then we got a new thing for people to grind and make money. And that's amazing. If you can't make money on it, then like, cool. But
that's so cool.
Yeah, I hope you can make money on it. And dude, I'm with you. I think fishing in games is fun. So good for them for pulling something off that like seems fun. And if you like it, I take your word for it that it's cool.
Yeah, I would hate it if I would say I hated it if I hated it, but like I thought it was charming. I didn't know you could snowball fight in it. That's cool. It just feels good. And then dressing up your penguin feels good. None of it's hard to do. None of it's like, oh, it's such a long time to get in this thing and do this thing. It's all like quick, a click away. And And then it feels good. And then even better, I think, if you are doing it with some buddies. So Atari, when he hops in, I'm gonna have to meet up with him and slide down the path. That's in the first town. There's like 12 towns you can go to. You are on a story, a quest, and like the cinematics are awesome. Like the voice acting is great. Just like you can tell, very, very polished. They did a really good job.
Do you look at this as it's just a game to play, or do you look at it like you can make money on this?
I think just a game to play, but like I was saying, I kind of wonder if there's stuff hidden in there that, oh, you unlock this skin and there is a marketplace that they just haven't talked about yet. So the marketplace you can sell those skins would be real cool.
They're not pushing it as that right now, though.
Right. What I think they might do, to me, this would make sense, right? If you can take the toys and scan them and they have like a limited edition or rare trait, they're blind, right? You scan it, you don't know what you're going to get. But I imagine they could put out toys that this toy comes with an exotic or like the rarest tier skin in the game. And at that point, then your physical collectible becomes much more collectible for, an item in the game. I think they'll do stuff like that too.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there'll be some plays here somehow, some way, maybe small money things, but just like in the Pudgy Party game, that mobile game, just like that, and there is a marketplace there. I just have a feeling that'll show up here too. So
okay,
yeah, but they got coins. You buy coins, right? So there's microtransactions like in Fortnite or whatever, and I like it. Yeah, here's some rare fish that you can catch. I dig that stuff. There's this lawsuit, the Pudgy Penguins lawsuit. I think we mentioned it last week, but that shit is so funny. Now there's this free collection coming out that is these like just retarded looking penguins and
I got a penguin.
Is that them? Is that those goofy looking skinny penguins?
Penguish. Penguish is like PFP style. There's like 1,000 of them, maybe. Yeah, that's the penguin.
That's them. Okay.
Yeah, so a little different than the one that you were talking about, where they're like, yeah, I got a penguish. What's the floor price on them?
0.018.
Yeah.
Cooking. I like those.
I think they were free or they were really cheap, like something. So
I dig them. Boy, I dig those.
Yeah, they're fun. And thanks to Whirly Girl again. She sent me one just to be nice.
Oh, cool shit, man. Yeah, I love it. I think that's great. Okay, moving on. We'll just hit a couple quick. Wow.
I know.
He's flying. All right, let's hit this then real quick. Okay, if you are playing Death and Taxes still, I'm still in. I've had half my guys eliminated. The other half, I'm just debating. I'm hiding. I've split them off between wallets. I'm paying taxes on some of them. I'm not sure if I will do it much longer, but dude, Modest tweeted this today and it just added a wrinkle to the game. Okay. If you are taxed, or what is it? If you're under audit, you can make a case to get forgiveness for what you owe. And that could be like, what? I was away from my computer. I missed it. I fucked up. It could be that. It could be, I refuse to pay taxes because like I'm a sovereign citizen in this land. I can't be taxed. And so it could be whatever bullshit you come up with. You can actually submit that and it's totally subjective. He said, encourage you to think creatively, about how a function like that might get used. And that tells me there's a game within the game. And if you have a player that's alive, there's other ways you can get further with it. Not just pay the tax, don't pay it, use your bribe. It's like, no. Think of something real clever that makes him want to forgive your taxes owed. So I'm like, could get fucking interesting there. You could have maybe a citizen that gets real far not paying any tax. So keep watching. Modest has another piece that's minting. I guess he did an edition yesterday. I didn't even see it, but people loved it. He's about to open that mint up again. You just DM him and tell him you want it, and he's going to mint it to your wallet. So
really?
Yeah.
What do they go for?
I think he minted them for 0.06, something like that. 37-ish editions were minted, I believe. So I don't know how high he's going to go. I am going to DM him and probably mint it. I don't think it's crazy expensive, but I'm all about collecting Modest now. I do think he kind of broke through and is I think he's a good collect now. So great shit.
I had somebody in Kongs that I just wanted to address because they said the stream sounded bearish, me talking about like Web3 gaming is cooked. So I like, there is a chance, like with anything, that Web3 gaming can work. I acknowledge that, right? But I guess having been on Ronin and seeing the home of Web3 gaming completely collapse because like the Ponzi, the gig is up at some point, right? At some point, the gig is up in modern Web3 gaming. So could the other side work? Could Pudgy World work? Like, sure. But like, I'm not looking at any of this stuff anymore under the illusion that like oh my gosh, it just Web3 gaming. I can fish and get a fish that like is worth $11 because at some point people lose interest, TGE happens and no one cares. And it's all dependent on the price of the token. And then as the token price goes down, which most things do, so does the DAU. And then eventually the teams are like, we can't do this anymore. We had a Web3 game in Kongs, a very Web3 game. It wasn't that cool from like the, what would you call it? Like it wasn't sticky from the perspective of like, you're actually playing it. It's a blockchain game, adventure runs. We stalked it thanks to Coca with $1 million+ in prizes. It's not sustainable. Like these things are just, it is cool, Sven. Like I look at Play and Collect in the UI for it. And I'm always like, man, what could we do with this? Because it is cool. But like, it's only as good as the token price and the prizes that can be won. And I've not seen a team crack the code on that. And that's why when I say like Web3 gaming is cooked, like if you have a fun game and you can also make money in it, and it's just like fun to play, like awesome. But I don't know, man. I'm a bit negative on Web3 gaming in general, but that doesn't mean I don't hope Pudgy World cooks. Right? A rising tide lifts all ships.
So some say.
Yes. So yeah, I hope it works, man. And I hope other side, like I think other side is cool. I think the concept of it, getting together, playing with your buddies, I think it's cool. I just don't think that most people in this space right now will commit the time that it takes in the current games that exist. I don't think they'll commit the time to make money, which is what I think most people in Web3 are trying to do right now.
Yep. Agreed. Let's hit some bullish bearish.
Let's do
it. I'm gonna hit it. I'll do it.
Bullish bearish, bullish bearish, bullish bearish, bullish bearish, bullish bearish, bullish bearish, bullish bearish.
What a work of art that is. What a work of fucking art. All right, one of them came up with a dead link, but we got plenty. What do you got for us here?
Which one was the dead link?
From, let me double check. From Clown World, I think. Yeah, from Clown World. I don't know what it was, but
okay,
I'll
look.
find it. But yeah. It was the dumbass. It's just labeled dumbass.
Okay, I'm gonna find it.
But did you put this one on here, Paperboy too?
Yeah. It was just a throwback. And when I saw it, I was like, do you remember Paperboy? Man.
Classic.
Simon. Why can't we just play games like this? It was fun. It was just fun. Throw papers at houses, go to the next level, have harder levels, and not worry that like every paper you deliver gets you, one wrong.
Tokens and fucking level up your bike.
But I am very bullish on paper, even though this is Paperboy 2. I'm bullish on the Paperboy. I remember, like, didn't we play it on Game Boy?
Oh yeah. Yep. Phenomenal, classic, bullish.
Yeah, there was just that was what that was.
So bullish. The sea lion comes to the market every day to beg for fish. It's very well behaved and polite. Oh,
it's just cute.
So he just sits there and he gets scraps.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love animals, dude. Look at that guy. Oh man,
here, I'll send you the link for the dumbass one because it did come up for me.
Okay,
I'll send it in Discord.
Okay. Yeah, good. I love that guy. I love animals. I love the donkey one last week.
We just need some heartfelt, cool stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a cool video of a not a pelican, a toucan, I think.
I saw that
rounds this week.
Petting his beak and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck, I hate birds, but I really hate birds, but I would like one of those. The real size of the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs. Holy fuck, man!
It got community noted, which it wasn't yesterday, so we'll have to see what that says.
This is the asteroid Eros compared to New York City.
Okay. Nonetheless, it's a big ass asteroid. And when you look at the size of this compared to that, it's incredible.
Wow. Hey, one of those is going to get us again. No doubt.
Got to, right?
No doubt. I always I tell my kids too much. Like I tell them just too much shit. Like nothing matters. You're going to die, that kind of stuff. And this is stuff I don't tell them because it's so freaky. I'm like, it's at any moment this will happen. Could be today. Don't stress about your test today. An asteroid might hit us and kill us all.
It's possible.
And I caught myself with that too because I'm like, our history's a lie. Like at one point, and this is like the Egyptian pyramid stuff. I'm like, the whole ocean washed over the planet. Everybody died, and I gotta stop telling them that kind of shit.
You got to be ready, man.
You got to be ready.
You just got to be ready.
But I'm bullish on asteroids. Really bullish. That's awesome. Badass. A bird flew 8,425 miles from Alaska to Australia without stopping even once. Holy fuck.
It's
How?
this particular bird, I forgot what it's called. What they do, I think Grok gives the explanation down there. A juvenile bar-tailed godwit. They get really fat. They eat a ton. They actually are able, as they're riding like, the atmospheric jets, let's say, they are able to go into like this half mode where they're like sleeping but still flying, like their brain and organs partially shut down. But dude, can you imagine 11 days straight this bird is flying?
That's crazy.
I didn't even think that was possible.
Yeah. Animals are awesome, dude. Just love them.
I mean, that's
bullish.
insanity.
Yeah.
I agree with you, yeah. Like,
fly on birds.
Find a way to monetize this.
Why don't we just start training birds like a whole, like you need thousands of them, I'm sure, but like rig them up together.
Yeah.
Have like a little beach chair hanging under them.
Yeah.
You ride the wave, you ride the birds. Oh, this is a great one.
Have you seen this?
Yeah, it's a classic.
Is it real?
You know what? These days, if it's not community noted, it's real.
Yeah, just a fight, right? Just a fight with the middle finger, and it's just, you know what? If you're gonna fight with someone, do it like this. Like, no, really, like you know what they're feeling too, right?
Yep.
Both
they fucking hate each other.
Yeah, but they're not willing. They're not willing to give them these hands. And I respect that. That's adults adulting.
Yep, really bullish on those guys. Really bullish. Okay. The sign wasn't necessary. Yep. That's also true.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm bullish or bearish. I just thought it was funny. And I know we don't usually like get super edgy with our bullish bearish, but I was like, it's funny as fuck.
Yeah. No disclaimer needed.
I have no context for what this is.
I'm bullish on everything about that.
Yeah.
I am. Okay, we did
saw
that. This was cool. I saw this. A man discovers a Quran dated back to the Ottoman era, written in gold ink, testifying to the splendor and precision of Islamic art of that time. Dude, it's beautiful.
It's like incredible to me. I've been watching a lot of documentaries on like India, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iran, and just like the culture, not what we hear from the news. And it's incredible what these people did and thousands of years ago. It's just without the modern tools that we have. Like, this thing is cool as fuck, man. If I was a rich guy, I would want that.
That's the shit I would love to collect, right? Like,
yep.
Collect cool IRL shit, historic stuff. That's awesome. Bullish. Erica Kirk is now advising the Defense Department. This is something to do with the Air Force?
Yeah, the Air Force Academy. She's been appointed to the Air Force Academy board. And I saw this. I thought it was a joke, so I Googled it. I'm pretty sure it is real.
It's real.
And I can't help but think, for these people who were crying about DEI and all kinds of other nonsense, that they're okay with this bullshit. I mean, I don't even understand it, man. I don't know how we're supposed to take any of this seriously.
Well, I don't think it's a serious position. This is the counter to it, right? It's not a serious position. It's basically that. It's not a very serious thing. Charlie was going to be on the board, and she's taking his place, just as like, it is all for optics. It's not like a thing that actually matters. So it's silly.
You don't think it matters like who's on the board of the Air Force Academy? Like, it doesn't matter at all? Just needs a body?
I think maybe.
Like maybe somebody on the Air Force Academy, especially if like you wanted a female, there's not like some fighter pilot. There's not somebody who's like, man, I was there. Like, I can actually help because I've been in the job. And I don't know, like, it's weird to me, but I get it. I know there's a game to all of it.
I don't know what the scope is. I don't know what they actually do. If it's important, then that's fucking weird. If it's just like figurehead, it's there as just like, this is the board. That's it. That's the board. Like, then whatever. But it is weird. Yeah. Everything with her is weird. So
yeah.
Bearish on that though.
Same.
I'm bearish. I added this one in here. This guy tamed a hummingbird.
Incredible, dude.
But like, his face is what got me. Do you remember the video of the guy with the Chinese food and his girlfriend's like, who bought you Chinese food?
Yeah.
Who's the luckiest guy? He's like, me.
Yeah.
I don't know. This guy, I think, looks like him.
Dude.
It's fucking funny. But that is cool.
It's again, nature, man. Like,
yeah. God damn. It reminds me of the Pearl Jam song, Animal. I'd rather be with an animal, I'd rather just be with an animal.
Dude.
Yeah. That's it. Bullish on that, and I'll end with Jakey, Jakey hit a sweet spot. I like his content, but he really is onto something here. He's like, retards aren't anxious and they're not depressed. They just do things. And he's right. Just be retarded. Just be retarded. Like, just do things. Be retarded. Stop over because I talk to my buddies. I'm like, it sucks. Like, I overthink everything. I'm trying too hard with this. And it's always sacrificing getting stuff done because I'm thinking too much about it. And I'm like, you got to learn to not think, just do it. Because you see people who are not smart that gets very, very far ahead. And that's a skill. You're retarded.
I'm good with that. Are we listening to him or?
We could.
No, we don't need to. I agree. Like, I think, you know what my journey's been like. I'm at that point. There's no polish here. It's really just about doing what you want to do, doing what you think might work. And I think being yourself, I feel like for a long while, I just was not. I mean, you saw me, you know me better than anybody in this space. And I feel like, yeah, I'm a nice guy, but like, I'm not just always cheery and rosy and everything. Like it's yeah. But I think retards are motivated.
Yeah. I like where you're at. I keep saying it too. You're in the best version of you I've seen here in crypto. And it works.
I like it. Do you know why it's so much easier now? Because like it is me.
Yeah.
Like it's easier.
Yeah.
So
badass. All right. Well, there we go. There's the show. We'll be back next week. Same time, same place. Make sure you go and follow CyberKongs over on X. Hit the like on the show wherever you're watching.
Oh, and follow this dude here. He is Huda_idiot. Best content maker in Web3. I'm not just saying that because he's my brother. Smart dude. Knows his shit. Yeah.
Thank you.
Fun shit.
And then that guy right up there, I got a Yatsu follow today. That was cool. That was
he doesn't follow you already?
He doesn't follow many, dude. He follows like 1,000 people. So it's a matter of time. It was, but got it today. Locked it the fuck in. Boom.
Congrats, man.
Pumped. I think we're gonna be doing some content together. I think he's gonna come on stream. We're gonna talk about our minds. Go to amine.ai, launch yourself an AI agent in the cloud, open claw type shit, but cloud-based, fucking awesome. I'll show that other times, but badass. Anyway,
dude, next week can we do try if we can pull it off with our busy schedules, like pardon the interruption style?
Yeah.
Or like a whole show of bullish bearish with Web3 mixed in.
Would fucking love it. Let's do it.
Cool.
Lock it in.
We'll try. No promises, because we may just show up with our 15 minutes of prep like we did today. That's possible.
I dig it. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Have a great day. And goodbye.